I lost everything at the age of 19 years old due to fentanyl. The things that was getting done to my mom and everything, the things that I was seeing was just pure violence.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was physically, emotionally, mentally numb. I got stabbed at the age of 17 in my neck. And one day it just bursted and she was not there anymore. And it was, man.
Hi guys, my name is Gabriel, and today we are talking about addiction, where it starts and where it leads. We have a very special guest with us today. His name is Noah. Noah, if you can please introduce yourself, tell us your age and where you're from.
My name is Noah Martinez. I'm from Santa Maria, California, and I'm 24 years old.
Nice, man. Noah, thank you so much for joining us today, bro. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
So, cool, man. What we got to do here is I want our audience to get to know you a little bit, all right? So what I want to do is I want to start at the beginning, right? Where were you born, your parents, siblings? Give us some backstory on you.
Yeah, so I was born in Santa Maria, raised pretty much my whole life in Santa Maria.
Okay.
I got 3 sisters, 2 brothers.
Okay. Are you the oldest?
I'm the middle child.
Okay.
Middle.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Mom and dad in the picture?
Yeah, my mom and dad has been in the picture. They got separated at a pretty young age, around 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. Do you remember that, the divorce stuff?
No, not really, because my dad went off to prison when I was around 3 or 4. So
okay, so he was out of the picture quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're around your siblings. You guys all grew up together for the most part with your mom? Or?
Pretty much, yeah. My mom ended up getting into another relationship.
Okay.
My brother was also in trouble during his younger years. So.
Okay. So it's kind of hard to find some role model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for
all
sure.
right. How was it in elementary school? Right? Were you pretty smart? Did you go through that?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Elementary school, I could already tell I was having some problems in elementary. Like I was filled with a lot of anger at a young age.
Really?
But other than that, I was really focused on sports, just trying to do the best I can in sports.
You started sports early. What'd you play?
I played, my mom, she got me ready for football through conditioning and soccer.
No shit.
That was around like 4 or 5. And then 7 years old, I started football.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were conditioned early. So sports was your thing right out the gate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get in there, you're playing sports. For the most part, things are okay at home. Middle school, how was middle school for that? Were you popular? You seem really cool with all these tats, right? But like back then, popular kid, just kind of finding your way.
I had quite a few friends in middle school.
Okay.
Just from like being an athlete and everything, I was just in that crowd, you know what I mean?
The jock crew or whatever.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just started off pretty young and having friends and just
living.
Would
you say you were happy in middle school? You said anger was built early, but for the most part, as a middle school, there's a lot of hormones and shit changing, right?
Yeah.
Like, were you happy with things were going, or?
Honestly, there was so much stuff going on at home to where it was just, I tried to be happy, but inside I was just miserable at a young age.
Really started early, bro. I feel you, right? We put on this facade, everything's okay, but deep down we're fighting these demons, you know what I mean? Okay, so things get a little rocky. 8th grade, you graduate, you transfer into high school. Tell me your high school experience. Girlfriend, sports.
Actually, 6th to 8th grade was when I started really kind of getting in trouble. Started around 6th grade summer, 7th grade. I started smoking weed, started drinking, started doing all that. We used to skip class. In 7th grade, all the time, go smoke weed around the corner and try and come back, or either ditch the whole day.
Stage.
Just not a lot of really good things going on for me, to be honest, except for sports. That was my outlet.
Okay. All right. So you get a taste of the party scene early on, right?
Yeah.
It's your escape route.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go to high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did for freshman year. I only lasted around 2 months.
What does that mean? Only laugh? What'd you do?
I ended up getting locked up in juvenile hall for pretty much the rest of my high school years.
Wow. And this is because of drugs or because of your anger? Or?
No,
Were you
yeah, it was
associated
pretty much,
around the
yeah.
wrong people?
Yeah, I was in gang affiliation. I was introduced to that in 8th grade summer.
So you got into a gang at
Yeah,
eighth grade.
I
How
was
old would that
around
be?
14 years old.
14.
Yeah,
Holy shit, man.
yeah.
All right. Well, that kind of makes sense, man. I've worked with a lot of people that have gone through a lot of gang stuff. And when things are bad at home and they don't have a home safety net, the streets and this kind of brotherhood becomes their home. Like, would you agree to that? To
I
an
mean,
extent?
yeah, for sure. I needed to find a family of my own because I really wasn't getting that type of family love from
At your own home.
my own home with the things that was getting done to my mom and everything. The things that I was
Shit.
seeing was just pure violence.
Yeah, man. Okay.
So that's why I resorted to football. That's why I resorted to gangs. That's why I
Fighting.
just
MMA,
fighting all the time. And just it led me to
some bad places.
bad places, led me to do decisions that I really regret these days. But
Part of your story, though.
it's part of
and
my
we're going to
story.
get into all that, man.
Yeah.
But that's a lot for a young man to go through, right? Especially
Yeah.
when your father's out of the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get locked up, right? That's insane. And then you get out, and let's just say high school's done. When you get out, did you have any like drive or purpose to do something good with your life? Or would you say for the most part you were just consumed by your mistakes, the gang? Like where were you? Like in limbo?
Man, I didn't see no hope for me.
Shit, man.
I didn't think I was gonna make it alive till 18, to the age of 18. Every time somebody asked me, like, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
No answer.
I did have an answer. I said jail or prison or dead.
Damn, man.
That was my route at a very young age. And
Yeah, that mindset was created early on, this belief
Yeah.
system. Wow, powerful, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so then you have this mindset, and then life starts to take a turn, right? And that's what I want to get into next. Man.
Okay. I was really set on that I was gonna die a gang member or on drugs or anything, because the first time I did meth was 14, right when I really started hanging around everybody, and
That changed.
man,
the game.
that changed everything.
So Noah, at what age did you lose everything again?
I lost everything at the age of 19.
And what did you lose because of this?
Man, I lost my family's trust. I lost a lot of friends. I lost my self-respect. I lost my self-worth. And I definitely lost my insanity.
Yeah, all of it gone.
All of it.
You said you lost a friend. Was there a specific friend that wrecked you?
Yeah. His name was Adrian Alvarez. And man, after so many times of going to bed in juvenile hall and everything, it was just him saying, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
He got out and got caught the wrong time, wrong day,
Wrong place.
everything, and lost his life due to gun violence.
Really? Because of the gang affiliation. So,
Yeah.
wow, man, that's powerful. I'm so sorry about your loss. And you said you lost your sanity, right? What does that mean to you, lost your sanity as a man?
Man, for me, I lost every type of good moral that I had. I lost every type of respect I had for any person, and especially myself. It was a very chaotic time for a lot of years,
Man.
and I really had no desire to even be here. And it took a lot for me to even be sitting here with you.
Yeah, 100% based off your life. So mental, physical, spiritual, just your soul completely taken out.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Wow, man, that's powerful. Thank you. So, Noah, I want to talk about, dude, your fentanyl use, right? That was the one that took you out, correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you tried fentanyl? Give me that experience.
Oh, man. That was a pretty wild experience. So it all started within like a relationship and everything like that.
It's always the relationship.
Yeah, it's always been a relationship kind of based around chaos a little bit. So I had a house over by Pismo Beach, and it was my own house, and we were paying rent, me and my girl and her son. And one thing led to another, just fight after fight after fight after fight. And it was just one day, came home, and the whole house was empty. The whole
What?
house was empty. Ended up getting kicked out. The same day I came home from a house empty, I ended up getting into a physical altercation with my neighbor.
Oh,
So
shit.
that led to me getting evicted.
Okay. So streets.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So did she pack up and just dip?
She packed
Done?
up, she dipped, and that was it.
Then you get in a fight because you're angry.
Yeah. So I was really fucking pissed off, really pissed off. One thing led to another with the neighbor telling me one thing, and then I just lost it. I lost it. And then that same day, I got evicted. I was sitting in my living room with nothing. No couch, no nothing. Just sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Just saying to myself, you know what? This.
Yep.
Fuck this.
Yep.
And at the time, I already knew my brother was using.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my oldest brother was using, and
You hit
yeah,
him up.
well, he lived two minutes away, pretty much
Okay.
from me.
Okay.
So I went over to his house. While I was on the way to his house, got pulled over.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, and got my car impounded.
Oh my god. Just
So-
shit after shit.
Yeah.
Life after life.
So that led to me going to his house. They let me go, impounded my car. And I was like, dude, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't know what to do. And he's just, why don't you try this?
To just take away the pain.
Take away the pain.
Oh
He's
my
like, you won't
God.
feel shit. And I'm like, well, I see you on it, and you're like always
Tracked out.
on the brink of death. So
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. I was kind of like, because at the time I was already using pills. I was
Yeah.
already using meth. I was trying to go behind her back, and it was a really fucked up situation.
Yeah.
But that night,
You did it.
I did it. And I remember the feeling right when I did it. I was like, I wasn't really like, oh, this is it. This
Yeah.
is like what I wanted the whole time.
Yeah.
I knew that damn well this was gonna fucking mess up my life
Mhm.
more than anything.
Consciously, you knew this.
Yeah, I consciously knew that, and I consciously did it.
Wow.
And I remember the first time just feeling the warmth, not even like a hug. It was
Yeah.
like a warm boil from my soul up to my head.
Wow.
And it was like, I think this is what it's gonna take to take away this pain.
Pain. Yep.
And I just, from that day forward, that started off on a whole addiction.
Fuck.
And it was
Yeah.
something that really took a toll on my life
Yeah.
that night, that day.
Changed the game forever.
Yeah, and the first time I used fentanyl, I got strung out. And I remember my brother telling me like, man, you got to kick back. And I'm like,
I'm not kicking back shit.
I'm not kicking back that.
Yeah.
But
And then that just started taking over your entire life, bro, right?
yeah,
Then the physical dependency, right? It
Yeah.
goes, so you would say immediately the first time you took it, it was an everyday thing after.
yes.
That's how fast you got hooked.
Yep. I remember just staying up all night because I was already on meth.
Yeah.
And we would be going back and forth between fentanyl and meth. So I just started going into psychosis
Yeah.
really fucking
Some
quick.
dark shit, bro.
Yeah, man. And
It's very dark.
I started, even my brother was tripping out on me because I was a picker. I
Oh,
picked so bad and made myself look literally like a zombie.
Yeah.
And
You didn't care though.
I did not care. I did not care. They tried to tell me like, oh, just wash your face. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't give a
Yeah.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's just ride this
Yeah.
bitch down, right? Yeah.
Like-
Wow, man, that's crazy.
yeah. And I was just,
So that feeling, you had the warmth, right? This overwhelming feeling, the pain is subsided. Nothing else matters except getting high and not having to deal with my pain again, right?
yeah, I was physically, emotionally, mentally numb.
Yeah, it takes everything, man.
Yeah.
At any moment, did you feel like you were losing control or that you had everything under control?
You know, it was a mixture. It was a mixture of me having control and losing control at the same time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would have a job, I would have a little bit of money, but
Yeah,
first month comes by and I get that big old paycheck.
yeah,
I'm like looking at my money and I'm like,
dude.
let's go
Yeah,
hard. Let's
for
go
sure.
hard. I can buy gram on gram on gram.
Yeah. Because so you said before, like it was a one-time thing and then you're immediately hooked, right? It was never just recreational, right?
No.
To function, especially on fentanyl, so you don't get sick, you must be on this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And I turned into a legit psychopath to my family. Like, that's how I lost a lot of my trust, was because I would just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
And the only time I really felt like I had control over it was when I was homeless, and I didn't have those people telling me
that you're fucking
that
up or you're hurting us.
So it's just like it was just me and my drugs,
Well,
and that's the only
it
time.
was just like when you're sitting there in MacArthur Park and no family wants anything to do with you, right?
Yeah.
You have the drugs in front of, like, death is like, it's like we're tongue kissing with death and we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
And you know, a crazy story is, so I was using, right? And I was in my truck, and man, I came out from a nod.
Yeah.
I look up out the windshield of my truck, and we're from 4 hours away from LA. In Santa Maria, I'm from 4 hours away.
Yeah.
I look up out of my truck, and I see my dad walking by my car.
What?
And he, for some reason, he knew exactly where I was, but he was looking in the park, and I was in a parking space.
Oh my God. And it was him, not psychosis. This
It
is
was
real.
legit him.
Wow, bro.
And I woke up my girl at the time, and I was like, that's my dad. And it just broke me, because there was still somebody
who gives a shit?
who gives a fuck about me. And it was like, it was just so crushing to me. And I just remember backing out and speeding off.
Because you couldn't face the reality of what you have caused.
I could not.
Man. I'd rather numb out than deal.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Thank you. Did you feel like you had a problem here, or were you just okay with how your life was managing?
You know, at times I was really fine with how I was living. I was fine with causing chaos. I was fine with pretty much just being a menace, just not really giving a But during the end of my addiction, I for sure knew I had a problem.
Yeah.
And even in the midst of my addiction, I was like, this is a fucking problem. Yeah. I'm ruining every relationship. But the drugs had such a hold on me to where I wasn't aware of what the damage it was doing to my soul.
Yeah.
I really wasn't aware because of how high I was.
Yeah. Nothing mattered, right? The conscious, your subconscious, reality, not reality, nothing mattered. I was at Desolute, and that's what that was.
Yeah, nothing fucking mattered.
Yeah.
But I for sure knew I had a problem because of how much shit I was ruining around me and within me. And it was just time after time, fail after fail after fail.
Something's got to give. Good. Okay, so Noah, I want to talk about the consequences of our addiction, right? There are plenty of them, but what were some of the consequences that came from your addiction?
Well, from using, for most importantly, I lost my family. I lost my family's trust. I lost everything worthwhile to do with family. And
every bridge burned.
Every bridge burned, pretty much. Cousins, sister, brother, everything, even little sisters. So it's like,
do you remember that moment, right, with your family where you said sorry and your sorry didn't mean anything? You saw it in their eyes?
Yeah, it was right when I got out and I started using opiates, and I said, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I won't do it again. And my mom just said, we know you're going to do it again. There was no hope. There was no, really, my promises didn't have worth in it.
For sure, right? We've burned every bridge, right? Yeah. Our sorries mean nothing, right? And I think we need to talk about more about the consequences. Is addiction's a ripple effect. Yeah, not only are we getting messed up, everyone around us is being torn to pieces. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so your family, what else did you lose? Your
I lost my freedom. I lost my freedom in my juvenile years. I spent 4 years of juvenile hall, from 14 through 18. Graduated high school in juvenile hall. Got out, lost my sanity really quick, lost my hope for a better future, lost my any good moral that a man should have went out the fucking door. It was not there.
I was gonna ask you, did you do things in your addiction that you swore you would never do? And boom.
Yeah, there were plenty of times to where I would tell myself I would never be like that. I would never use needles. I would never be homeless. And one thing after another, after every relapse, it happened. It happened.
Yeah, right back in there. What do you think the biggest message you've gained from all of the consequences in your addiction? Like, what was being shown to you the most?
It's only a matter of time.
Oof.
It's only a matter of time till your addiction starts taking you places that you never thought you would be, or you would be somebody that you never seen in your future. Like for me, I never thought that I would be
on MacArthur Park, right? Running
junkie in MacArthur Park, just not really giving a fuck about anything. And it's only a matter of time if you keep on using. It's only a matter of time if you're gonna keep on overdosing, or if you have an overdose, you're gonna overdose, or you're gonna experience homelessness, everything. And for me, that was the truth for me.
Yeah, the final like level to this mayhem, right? Well, because with addiction, bro, like it never gets better, right? I know people who've gotten sober and they go right back to it, and it's the same exact shit, but worse.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's the thing with addictions also, it's like, we don't care about these consequences. We're not thinking about the consequences of hurting my mom, right? Pushing family away, losing my sanity, my health. That's all out the door when we're in this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's important to recap through our consequences to show us and show people that we don't need to go back there.
Yeah. And especially nowadays with fentanyl.
Oh yeah,
it's always
Russian roulette.
Not yet. I haven't experienced that, but I for sure did, and it's really evident. If I take a drug or alcohol drink, it's a wrap, and I'm done. Yeah. It's been proven time after time that everything that I promised myself to do in life, if I start using, that's all taken away, and I'm just right back in the same spot, losing countless homies. But the biggest thing, I haven't lost my life yet.
Yeah, for sure, right? It's Russian roulette again, but that's coming to terms that I am a true addict alcoholic. I know I have zero shot at anything good in life if I put that substance back on my body. Now, on the flip side of that, bro, and I think everyone needs to hear this, is I know as long as I don't put something in my body, I have the opportunity to get everything in my life. So we need to hold on to that, bro. But thank you for sharing that, man. That's powerful stuff.
Appreciate you.
So Noah, you've given us some really good stuff today, really inspiring stuff that hits home. But for this next part, man, I want to talk about it. And it's a very important moment in somebody's life. And this is the rock bottom moment, a transitional period, a place where somebody will either make it or break it, right? So I want us to hear your rock bottom moment. If you can go back to that place and tell us.
Yeah, man. My rock bottom was when I was sitting in MacArthur Park. I was
the wild west.
Yeah, man. It was a time to where I was literally fine with eating scraps, with not taking care of my hygiene, with losing everything around me, just going buck wild, man. And it was just full of drug use. I remember looking in my car and all I seen was just foil after foil after foil after foil.
God damn, dude.
And I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I was fine with it.
Yeah.
Until one day, and I just looked around my surroundings and I was just like, where the fuck am I?
What is this?
Like, what the fuck am I doing? And it's just, it was so demoralizing as a man to feel that way, and to be even in a relationship that was just as bad as addiction.
Yeah, well, they're equally
powerful. They were equally powerful, and it was just, we were both feeding off each other's turmoil, off each other's trauma, and it was just
trauma bonded.
Man.
Wow, bro. Defeating moment. Well, let's talk about the MacArthur Park, right?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know about MacArthur Park, look it up, please, because it's I call it the devil's playground. It is complete chaos, right? Because I used to run those streets before as well, man. Like, everyone's using, right? It's just like, you've heard the phrase misery loves company. That shit's real, right? Yeah. But that moment when you're in your car, bro, like, to come to a place of like, I don't give a fuck if I live or die, Like, that must be a soul-crushing moment.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was a lot of my stuff that happened to me was because of loss. I didn't know how to grieve. I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. And a lot of it came from losing my tia.
Really?
And it was my tia Sylvia, and she was just one that,
Your rock.
my rock. Every time I came home, even running from the cops, even on the run, she would open the door with wide open arms and just give me the biggest hug and just tell me, Mijo, I'm glad to see you're safe. I'm glad.
She was always in your corner.
And it was
what happened to your tia?
Man, she had an aneurysm in her brain. And one day it just bursted and she was not there anymore. And it was, man, I mean, you know me, I talk about my tia quite a bit, and every time I get emotional because it's just,
I mean, she was a huge pillar in your life, man. Wow, so that really changed the game, right? Is there anything you'd like to say to your tia right now, man? Because I can tell you right now, she's above looking down on you. She's so happy you're doing something like this. But what would you tell her?
That I'm thankful that she's my guardian angel. I couldn't ask for a better guardian angel because she's kept me alive through God, through everything in my life, through stabbings, through everything that I've been through. It's just been her all along watching over me alongside with God. And it's just, I don't know how many chances I can get after
what you've gone through.
After pretty much living more than 9 lives. It's just playing with Russian roulette. And it's like, one thing she always told me was just like, Mijo, just stay home, just stay home. And I always was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. It was either my addiction running me or my anger or my gang affiliation. I was just fully committed.
You weren't in control of that, you know? When you were in your rock bottom moment, you're in your car, your tia's, I'm sure, on the back burner, right? The destruction's there, good angel, bad angel, right? That crash comes down with the rock bottom. What did you feel internally as a man when everything is crashing?
You know, I felt really no hope for myself, but also at the same time, there was my tia in my background saying, Mijo, you got this, you got this. And there was that little sliver of hope. Sliver of hope. And man, and that wasn't the end of my story. MacArthur Park wasn't the end of my story at all.
But that was a
big time to where I was finally starting to see the real consequences of addiction. And it was full of just chaos, man. It was just chaotic every single day. Even running from the cops in LA and just like, I'm not even from LA. So it's like,
what the fuck am I doing?
Unknown grounds just because I wanted to get high. And it was just, man, from where I'm from, it's like a little city and shit. So it's like, it's not really.
This is real deal shit out here. It's a different playground. You know? But before we get into it, that sliver of hope from that rock bottom is kind of what you rode out to begin transitioning. Right? That's what we're going to get into next, man. But that was powerful. I think a lot of people needed to hear that. A crazy rock bottom story, right? Now, man, you talked about the sliver of hope. Okay. How did you turn that pain, that tragedy into purpose, right? What shifted for you?
For me, man, it was just a lot of just near-death experiences. It was like, how many times am I going to make it out alive of these situations? It wasn't normal situations to where I should have made it out. For sure, I should have been dead after overdoses, after getting stabbed.
Because you were on fentanyl, right? How many times do you think you overdosed? Give me a number.
Man.
Ballpark it.
Probably 5 to 6 times for sure.
Okay. You got stabbed?
I got stabbed at the age of 17 in my neck. From due to gang violence. And it was like,
Should have died
It
there.
was, I should have died that night. I should have bled out, but something had my back. And
Oh.
all these times, I've always known that something has had my back. And I've always known that I should have been dead. But there was that little bit of hope for myself because I've made it out of these situations alive.
There's a reason.
And yeah.
What do you think? All those near-death experiences, overdose and stabbing, jail, right? Like, for you to still be here, what do you think that is? What is your reasoning?
For me is that I have another purpose.
Boom.
I have another purpose in life, and it's not just for me to live in misery. It's not just for me to break relationships. It's not just for me to just
everything.
Just be okay with being nothing.
Yeah.
Being a soulless guy, it's something that's so crushing. And every man that's been through something like that, it's crushing. Because like you can't provide for yourself, you can't provide for anybody you love. So what do you provide for? Your addiction.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's making me happy. So
because that's the thing that numbs you out from knowing that I'm not doing what I should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I'd rather use than own my shit. Right.
Exactly.
But for you, as you hold on to that sliver of hope, when did you realize I need to take accountability and I need to change? Like, did you have that?
Man, it was, one day because eventually I did get into needles.
Okay.
And that's changed.
Another mother.
Yeah, that changed the whole game for me. And it was just, I was craving this high to where I could, when I first started using needles. And it was just, I couldn't reach it. Every time I went back out, it was just a matter of, say, a few days. And my life was already back to where it was.
Worse this time.
In a tent, with a needle in my arm, with my foil, tutor. And in the past, I was happy with that. I was like, you know what? This is enough.
Yeah. This is as good as it gets. And I'm cool with it.
And then it just turned into, this isn't fucking enough. This isn't enough. This has to be more in my life. Like there has to be more in my life to where I live for. Instead of just this needle, instead of just this foil, instead of just this like routine of waking up, finding the next sack. Yeah. It was something that I had to find more in life to live for.
Yeah. Higher calling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because God had already proven that there's a purpose for you, right? And sometimes we're pushing him away every time, right? But it sounds like through that, you were able to sit with that pain and wanted to do something with it, right? What was one of your biggest mistakes coming out of the whole process? Like if you could go back, biggest mistake that you should have done this, could have done this.
My biggest mistake was not listening to others saying they know my worth. They know I'm better than that. And I would just be like, you're fucking full of shit. Like I'm not going to be nothing in my life. Yeah. This is it for me. I know I'm going to die. I know, and I've told plenty of people that, even people that we run into on a daily. Yeah. I've told them that there is no fucking hope for me. And I felt that way ever since my younger years, seeing my mom get physically abused and everything. I was just like, you know what? There was like a little switch and I just went full on anger mode. Yeah. And even to friends that had my back 24/7, I just ditched them for a whole life. Yeah. That was full of what I seen at home.
Rage, addiction, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, man. It was like something I can't take back or really want to take back
because it's part of your story.
Yeah, because of how I feel today.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all.
Sure.
I don't crave that chaos. I want peace. I want a life. I want a family one day. And it's like, man, I've ruined that plenty of times. But
no more now, right? So that rock bottom was necessary for this transition, right? Yeah. So you said you turned a switch to rage. Now, what is that switch turned on to now?
It's turned on to me realizing that I do have a chance at life. Yeah. Me realizing I do have worth in this world. I don't gotta be worthless. I don't gotta be viewed as somebody that's like, oh, that guy, he ain't gonna make it.
That.
Fuck that. It's like I want to be known as like he fucking made it. He fucking made it out of the slums, and now he's trying to do something with his life.
Boy, you're a real life comeback story, bro. Right? Addicts, people with mental health who have gone through some of the craziest shit, and they did something different with their life. That's a comeback story, right? I call us the people who have lived 2 lives in 1 lifespan. Those are powerful, beautiful human beings.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And it's like, even at a young age, at 24 years old, it's like the life experiences I've had, it's put me to a point to where I think about shit differently now. I don't think about shit like, oh, let's go out riding today. Let's go out fucking cause some trouble. Like, nah, like I've been through that. I've done that. And
that ain't it.
It's just always led me back to the same spot. Me looking at myself in the mirror and just being disappointed in myself, looking at myself like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Like, even when I was on drugs, it was something that, man, like I got the story, like my sister, my dad has seen me looking in the mirror and literally just talking gibberish, like talking in tongues because of how bad of a psychosis I was in. And it was like, I was picked the fuck out. I'm surprised I even am clear skinned right now, because it's like
how bad it got.
It got super bad.
Yeah.
Super bad.
But now you've turned a different leaf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what matters. Powerful stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I want to talk about your recovery process, right? You've gone through so much. You want to change. You hit your rock bottom, transitional period. What did your recovery process look like? What did you take? What steps?
Well, it's been a lot of in and out, you know what I mean? Like a lot of tries at trying to get sober, and a lot of the times I've went through detox. Most of the times I went through detox, did a 30-day stint there.
Yeah.
Got off the drugs, started getting healthier, getting my body back into a groove, and then got out of detox, straight into an IOP, outpatient program.
Right, one of the most important parts.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's where I've been going for the past, let's say 5 years now, back and forth, and that's been at Clean Treatment Center.
Okay.
And that's a huge shout out to Sean and Irene for accepting me back so many times and still believing in me till this day.
For sure. Well, they have that human aspect about themselves. They genuinely give a shit about you, right?
Do.
And they see you and your potential, right? And those are the programs you want to be around, the ones that care, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So huge shout out to Clean. They've been doing so good for you. I'm really happy about that. And what else has been a part of your recovery process?
I've gotten into MMA, actually, combat sports.
There's where you could turn that anger into something.
It's been something I can turn my anger into something productive for myself. It's not something to where I can get in trouble or anything like that.
For sure.
It's actually something
healthy. You're getting stronger. You're putting the anger. It's like an art. Right?
It teaches me respect. It teaches me boundaries. It teaches me how to control and when to actually be on alert or anything like that. It's like actually teaching me something mentally. It's not even just physically. It's mentally and physically, and it's just
spiritual as well.
Yeah, spiritual, and the people that I'm around on a daily. It's just,
it helps you a lot.
Try to surround myself around positive people.
Yeah, man.
And positive outlooks that have positive outlooks on life. And it's like, now I have circle. I'm in my 12 steps. I'm on step 9 right now, and going through my amends, and that's been tremendously helping me.
Nice, bro.
It's been.
We talk about that. You do the work, right?
Yeah.
And you've talked about not having a purpose. What are you doing today in your recovery that's helping you gain purpose? As we kind of wrap this part up.
What I'm doing today that's making me gain my purpose as a man in recovery is being truthful about how I feel, about actually being vulnerable and not holding things in. If I feel emotional, I'm gonna be emotional. It's not the time to be, I'm this macho man, I'm this guy. Like, no.
Yeah.
Right now is the time, and from now on, to actually feel my emotions and to actually
play them out.
Open with people and accept people's help.
Well, we're both men, right? And
Yeah.
it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
Yes,
We've
sir.
talked about this, and men have been designed to shut up, don't cry, don't talk about your feelings or emotions, and that's completely backfired in this day and age, right?
Yeah.
We need to teach men that it's okay to feel your emotions and talk about this shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather you come to me rather than blowing your brains out or
Yeah.
going back to the streets,
Yeah.
right? So I think you're a huge model for that, bro. Last question here. What has been the hardest part of this recovery journey for you?
To be honest, it's actually being able to naturally feel my emotions, because in all reality, it's been so long to where I stuff down my emotions to where it's so hard for me to actually identify what I'm feeling,
Yeah.
because I've
What is
always
this?
stuffed it down.
Yeah. And you've been numb, right? That's what the
Yes.
drugs do. I don't have to
Yes.
feel my emotions to deal, but you uncovering them has been the healing portion of what you need to do, bro.
Yeah.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
man. Okay, so this is an important part, right? We want to educate our audience, okay?
Yeah.
What are some steps you would take for somebody who's in addiction right now but wants help? What would you say they need to do?
Man, I would say, first off, be willing.
Facts.
Be
bro.
willing to change your life. Change something for the better for once in your life. Find that worthiness in yourself and get into a detox. Do a 30-day stint.
Get
Do
that
the
shit out of your
whole-
system,
Yeah.
right?
Do the whole detox for the 14 days, however long it takes, and use the rest of the time to gain up your health. Do whatever they say, and just, even if you have some holdback on it, just commit to those 30 days.
Yeah.
And get out of detox. Find a outpatient program, something that
genuinely cares,
yeah,
like clean,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. And find somebody that can actually keep you accountable,
Yeah,
because
for
in the
sure.
beginning of our recovery, it's really up and down.
Emotions, you're getting
yeah.
them back,
Yeah.
right? Your levels are coming
Yeah,
back.
and for
know?
sure. And I would say find a community. Find at least
Your tribe.
3 to 5 people that you can actually talk to, and find a sponsor. Get into the work. After that, I would say find your purpose.
There we go, bro.
Yeah.
That's a big missing component, I think, to a lot of the recovery process,
Yeah.
right? I know a lot of sober people that are miserable, right?
Yeah.
But people in recovery need this purposeful part
Yeah.
to keep them going.
Yeah, like
Right.
either if it's working out or
Yeah.
combat sports or
Yeah. Creativity, right?
Art.
Building a business, something
Yeah.
to get you excited, right?
Yeah.
Because, bro, and everyone needs to know this, addicts and mental health, we are special human beings.
Yeah.
When we want to put our mind towards something beautiful, we can make it happen, just like we did for our drug addiction.
Yeah, yeah.
Same energy, bro.
Yeah.
So I think those are perfect, bro. Spot on. Did you ever think you'd become an addict?
That's a good question. You know, growing up, I never really thought of myself being an addict. I never really thought of myself going down this whole path because of how dedicated I was to sports.
Yeah.
It was a major part of my life, and it just happened out of like
Yeah.
resentment, out of rage.
Yep.
That was my
family,
only,
bring up, right? Are you thankful that you went through this journey of addiction, right? Like, was it a necessary part of your journey to get you where you are, or are you against that?
Yeah, as of today, it's a major part of my life. Being an addict, being an alcoholic, I wouldn't be where I am today without going through those stages of my life. And I'm actually thankful that I went through that stuff, because the amount of growth I've made while being sober, it's unreal.
Wouldn't have happened, right, without this story,
Yeah.
right? And I think a lot of people, curse being an addict. Why this? Why me? Woe me? Rather than saying, you know what, this shit built me,
Yeah.
and we can make a change, right? And you are living proof of that, bro, that you went through that and came out the other side a better man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Noah, my man, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today, bro. You've been a huge inspiration to me, and I know for sure our viewers, bro. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, brother. I appreciate you too.
Absolutely, bro.
And I really hope this message really helps somebody, because watching videos when I was in my addiction like this, it made it proof that it was possible.
For sure. And you're living proof today doing this shit, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you so much. Bro, if you could inspire our audience right now, what is something you'd like to tell them?
I just want to say your life is fucking worth it. And you can be in a good life just like me. And I and living proof that it is possible to get clean and to live happily.
And change everything about your life. Bro.
Change everything.
Bro, beautiful. Thank you, man. Guys, if this is something that inspired you, if this is something that somebody needs to hear, please send this, share this, subscribe. We are here to make an impact. We are here to change lives with real, raw stories. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, guys.
Peace out, guys.